Hey guys, in this video we are going to learn the numerical integration. Okay, so the first method is trapezoidal method. So before that, this is the first video of numerical integration. So we have to understand what is that numerical integration. Okay, so first thing, that the process, it is nothing but a process of obtaining what a approximate value of the definite integral. So what do you mean by definite integral? You might have seen that the intervals will be given. Simple thing, the limits will be given. Okay, so any function, we have to find the definite integral, then we can go by the different methods rather than going by the direct integration. So this we are not, without any actual integration we are calculating, but remember that this is just approximate value, this is not exact value. So there will be a slight difference between the exact value which you will be calculating using the formulas. Okay, but here we are using different numerical integration methods in order to find the approximate value of definite integral. The first method we are going to take, it's nothing but the trapezoidal method. So in this method, so that there are different methods. Now why we are having different methods, that is a question. See, for different methods different formulas are utilized, and for different methods the error between the exact value and the value which you are getting using that formula will be different. Okay, that is also quite important. Okay, so we'll try to understand, because I'll be taking three problems and we'll be doing that three problems using different methods, the same problems. So you'll get an idea, so what is the error value, what we are trying to get, why we are using three different methods or four different methods. The first and the foremost thing you have to remember here is that you can choose any number of intervals. There is no restrictions for that. We'll understand what is interval and all. Before that, I'll write the formula, then only you'll understand what we are trying to say. Now, whenever they give one integration, okay, suppose it is integral, the intervals a and b, y dx, this you have to integrate. Okay, so using this formula, the formula for the trapezoidal is h by 2 into first term plus last term plus 2 times of, between these two terms number of terms will be there. Okay, so first term, last term, between the terms number of terms will be there, that I would write. So y1, y2, y3, so on, till where last term I cannot write because last term is included, less than that second last term I have to write. So this is a simple formula for the trapezoidal rule. Now you will ask me that where is the interval. Okay, the thing is that here h value is what, unknown value. So how to find h value? H value is nothing but b minus a by n. N is nothing but the interval which will be given in the question. If they are not giving the interval in the question, what you have to do, you can take any number of intervals. That means you can take n is equal to 4, 5, 6 for trapezoidal. But for other methods we have conditions. So the trapezoidal method, always remember there is no condition, no restrictions for taking what, the interval. So you can take any number of interval. Okay, here they have given in the question you have to take 6 as the interval, but it is not necessary they will give you the interval. If they are not giving the interval, just take any number of intervals. You can take, always take small number of intervals. Okay, maybe 4, 5, 6, anything like that for trapezoidal. Now what is a and b? A and b is nothing but the limits given in the question for the definite integral. Okay, so we are having lower limit and upper limit, so that is nothing but, here we have to take, divide by n, you will get h value, substitute the h value here, then y0, y1, y2, this thing we'll try to understand in the table. So the thing is that we have to form the table. We have to first to find, always remember, first step is to find the h value, then only we'll try to understand how to form the table. So we have to separate this into sub intervals. Okay, so let me just quickly find h value. H is equal to a and b, they are asking. So a and b is given, what is a value, compare it, you will get 0. So a value is 0. What is b value? B value is 1.2. So 1.2 is b minus 0 divided by number of interval is given in the question 6. This no need to see 3 decimal places, we'll try to understand after writing the y values. Okay, So 1.6 divided, 1.2 divided by 6 you have to do, how much you will be getting? 0.2. So after getting h value, what you are going to do? We have to make sub intervals. Starting from where? See here, we are having 0 as the lower limit, 1.2 as the upper limit, right? So between these intervals, we will be having sub intervals. That sub intervals is decided by the h value. That's why I said I have to first find h value, then only you can form the table. So using the 0.2, I have to form the table. That means after 0, which value will come? There should be a gap of what? The 0.2. That means there should be a width of 0.2. Now what we have to do? We have to form the table. So starting with the first column, we have to first write x value. Then second column, it will be y value. Y value is equal to what? F of x, and which is equal to, in the question we have given the function as e power x, right? So we have to find that. Now we got the value of h value as what? 0.2. So with 0.2, from where we have to start? 0 to 1.2 we have to go. So keep on adding what? 0.2, so that you will arrive at 1.2. Simple. So starting with 0.2, 0, I'll first write 0, x value, then 0.2, then 0.4, just keep on adding 0.2, okay? So it will be 0.6, 0.8, 1.0, 1.2. See here, you have started with 0, you have arrived at 1.2, and the width will be, each interval you can see the width will be how much? 0.2 only. So start with lower limit and keep on adding what? 0.2, you will arrive at the upper limit. So this one will be e power 0, so which is equal to what? 1. This will be denoted by y naught or y0. Okay, this is very important. The first function y0. Next, e power 0.2 is equal to how much? 1.221, and this will be y1. Now in the given question, it was written that decimal point you have to consider as what? Up to 3 decimal places, right? So 3 decimal places basically means what? Any question if they not give also, remember that at least you have to take 3 decimal places. Okay, if it is 4 and 5 also, then also it is good, because you have to get the approximate value which is slightly nearer or closer to the exact value. Okay, so that's why. So here you can see the 3 decimal places means after the decimal point at least you take 3. If it is not given in the question also, then you have to take at least 3. 4 also it is fine. If it is given in the question take 4, you have to take one more decimal place here. Okay, so after the decimal point, the numbers will denote the decimal places. 3 means 3, 4 means 4. Next, e power, how much you have to take? 0.4, which is equal to how much you will be getting? 1.4918. Okay, so this will be y2. Next, e power 0.6, how much this will be? 1.822. This will be y3. E power 0.8, which is equal to 2.225, and this is y4. E power 1, e power 1 will be 2.718, and this will be y5. Then e power 1.2, which is equal to 3.320, which is y6. So this is very important. This I am writing because it is not necessary to write, but still for avoiding confusion it is good to write this one. So y0, y1, so always start with y0. Okay, so this we have reached till y6. So how many intervals we are having? See, they have said to take 6 as the interval. I hope you understood how many intervals are there. 6 intervals are there. Now here you can see the interval is calculated by seeing the intervals here. So 0 to 2 it is one interval, then like this, like this, like this, like this. How many? Total 6 intervals. Don't count the points. The points will represent the ordinates. They are called ordinates. So how many ordinates are there? 7 ordinates are there in this. So the interval will be 1 less than the ordinate. So ordinate minus 1 if you do, you will arrive at interval. So some of the questions they will give you 2. They won't tell you directly the interval. They won't give n is equal to 6. They will tell that there are 7 ordinates. Okay, so 7 ordinates basically means that you have to subtract 1, you will get interval. So interval is nothing but what? Ordinate That means the points minus 1. Remember this. Okay, there's a few questions they won't give this one. Now, for this particular question, we are having from y0 till y6. That means how many values we are having? Y1, y0, y1, y2, y3, y4 and y5 as well as y6. So total this many values we are having, right? So this many values if we are having, using these values only we have to substitute in the formulas. So what will be the first term? First term is nothing but the y0 value. Last term will be y6. Okay, so this will be y6. Rest all terms will be the in between y0 or y0 and y6. How many terms are there? 5 terms are there, that you have to write here. Okay, this is nothing but between how many terms are there between these two. So it will be h by 2 into y0 plus y6 plus 2 times of y1 plus y2 plus y3 plus y4 plus y5. You cannot write y6 because it is the last term. So if it is written in the formula again, you cannot repeat that thing, right? So the simple logic here is nothing but that first term, last term, between these two terms, whatever is there, put this one and multiply with 2. Simple. Now let me just substitute the values. So what is h? H we already found out, which is nothing but equal to 0.2. So 0.2 divided by 2, all values you have to substitute and find the answer. Okay. So we have got the answer as 2.327. Now question arises, what is the exact value then? See, if we put it in the calculator, okay, so what you will be arriving, so I'll show you beside this screen, you can see that. So using the calculator, you will be arriving at the answer as 2.320. This is the exact value. We call it as actual value or exact value using the calculator. If you directly substitute the definite integral or using the that thing upper limit minus lower limit, if you do, you will arriving at this equation. So this answer is using the numerical integration method, and we got exact value using the calculator also.